Hello everyone, we're from group 4 and we're going to present about the problem-based learning 1 trigger discussion. So our group consists of Jovita Amaris, Aliara Marita Putri, Muhammad Reza Putra, Mikael Reno Sutanto, Ben Osmon, and Devin Raditya Sharif. And the one that will be presenting today is me, Aliara Marita Putri, and my friend Muhammad Reza Putra. Next, please. So first, I'm going to explain about the agenda on what are we going to present today. So from the problem-based learning trigger, there are a few main points that we can get on the problem of water deficit. The first one is 60% of Indonesians live in Java Island, and also many people do not get appropriate water consumption. And approximately 77% of Java Island has a water deficit for 1 to 8 months each year, especially in the dry season. And this was also coupled with the fact that Indonesian population is increasing through the year. And after discussing about the trigger, our group agreed on the two main problems after we discuss. And we wrote, and the problem is the first one is overpopulation, and the second main problem is climate change. And on this presentation, we will also show you our group recommendation for this problem. Next.
Okay, so the next one I will talking and explain about the first problem, which is overpopulation. So, what is actually overpopulation? So, overpopulations occurs when a species, this means is human, becomes so excessive that people deem it must be managed. It can result from an increase in births and also a decline in the mortality rate and and also an increase in immigration. When overpopulation occurs, the available resource becomes limited for the entire population to survive comfortably or at all in the long term. Okay, and then um, we have several solutions here, and then the first one is transmigration. So transmigration, it we used to hear it in our country, Indonesia. So it is what our government done so far, uh, actually to develop another island, yeah, uh, bring our sense for people from Java to another island, and also to attract capital to another island, and then uh, finally to reduce the pressures of Java. The aim is that the Indonesian population does not only focus on Java area but also another island, yeah, so that the water supply per year uh, or per person uh, can also be increased. And then the second one is building even infrastructure. Uh, so here also the government is initiating a shift in the capital from city of Jakarta, which is now located in Java Island, to Kalimantan. So here, why we choose Kalimantan? Because Kalimantan has a way lesser population and also it has more land. Yeah, so we can do better things and start yeah, with better preparation right there. And then the third solution is attract capital to either island. So actually this still have connection to the assisting the capital. So actually our ministers of PUPR, Mr. Basuki, creates um, what we call it, badan usaha, state-owned enterprise, yeah, uh, to conduct the developments of postal central clean water across Indonesia. So we call it PAMSIMAS, yeah, refers to the government existing project or um, community-based drinking water supply and sanitation program. So actually, this program aims to increase the use water and sanitation facilities. Yeah, and then um, the last one is program keluarga berencana, ya, Uh, this program is about limiting uh, the, the 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 amounts of child in every family. So every family is only could produce maximal two son or two child. Yes. Then next.
Okay, so now I'm going to explain about the existing actions to solve population. So as we can see on the article, Kepala BKKBN said that dua anak cukup tidak bisa dibantah, and rencana pemindahan ibu kota disebutlah memasuki tahap finalisasi. So actually the shift to capital city in Kalimantan has already in the finalized stage. So the first one is shift capital city to Kalimantan. So I think what Indonesian government is doing right now is they're planning to develop other islands by building the infrastructure and stuff, and they can attract the capital to other island to reduce the pressure of Java, because right now the capital city is on Jakarta, which is on Java Island. And as Reza has been explaining before, the main reason why Kalimantan is chosen is that Kalimantan has a way lesser population and also have more land area, so they can have more population in there, and so that Java Island is not too crowded. In Indonesia, and uh, the aim is that Indonesian population doesn't only focus on the Java area but also on other islands, so that the water supply per year per person can also increase. And the trigger also mentioned that according to the Task Force Director General of Water Resources, Ministry of Public Works and People Housing, that many people doesn't get water for consumption, and the Ministry of Public Works and Public Housing, creates a unit under them to conduct the development of coastal central clean water across Indonesia, so they do research and they can develop more in the future by creating this unit. And the last one is program KB Dua Anak Cukup. So as we all know, or that have been briefly explained by Reza before, is that Keluarga Berencana is a national scale program that aims to control birth rates and help control population growth in a country and to improve the welfare of mothers and children. And also, this program is considered that the number of children in a family should be only two, and in my opinion, I think this could definitely work and effectively work if people in Indonesia as a whole implement this program. Next, please. Okay, so the second main problem for the agenda is climate change. So the first one is shift to public transportation. So by shifting to public transportation, it can really decrease the use of private vehicle. And by this, it means that it can decrease the carbon emission caused by the large number of private vehicles. Because as we can see in the graph above, is in the past few years, the carbon emission worldwide is rapidly increasing. And the second one is educate and raise awareness. Because education is a really essential element of the global response to the climate change. Because it helps people understand and address the impact of global warming, and it also increases climate literacy among young people, can encourage changes in their attitudes and behavior, and also help them to adapt to climate change related trends. And the last one is regulation for agricultural practices. So agriculture in this problem can really play a prominent role in efforts to address climate change, because if farms and ranches undertake activities that reduces greenhouse gases or take greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere, uh, it can really help to solve climate change or at least reduce it. And these activities may include shifting to conservation tillage or maybe reducing the amount of nitrogen fertilizer or changing livestock and manure management practice and also planting trees or grass. Next.
Okay, and then the next one is existing action to solve the climate change that already explained by Alia. So the first action is, as I said and then mentioned before, is PAMSIMAS by um, PUPR Ministries of PUPR. So here, PAMSIMAS is community-based drinking water supply and sanitation. So actually, this is a rural drinking water and sanitation development platform implemented with a community-based approach. So PAMSIMAS has three programs so far. The first program done from 2008 until 2012, and then the second PAMSIMAS happened during 2013, from 2013 until 2015. So by that time, the program have succeeded in increasing access to safe drinking water for about more than 10 million people in our country, and could making an access to proper sanitation for the people too. So and then uh, it also cover for all about uh, 20,000 villages that spread across our country, Indonesia. So and then currently, uh, Amsimas program is entering its third phase or third program, which is will be held in the 2016 until 2020 2022. Yeah, and it targeted about and it targeting about 15,000 new target village and manage the success of the program in the nearly 20,000 uh, Pamsimas participating village throughout Indonesia. Yeah, and then the second one is developments of public transportation. So here, uh, as use of public transportation can reduce the pollution that caused by carbon dioxide gas from our vehicle, yeah, such as cars and also motorcycle. Then the use of the public transportation, of course, could support the use of uh, non-oil gas or non-oil fuels such as gas. Yeah. So as we could see in Transjakarta, they use gas instead of um, Pertamax and premium. So therefore, we hope that the developments of public transportation such as Transjakarta and also MRT can minimize the negative impact on the environment. So the water in the clean water that could be drunk by everyone in our country, especially who suffer the droughts of water, could be decreased. Yep. And then the last part is about the recommendation. So the first recommendation from us, yeah, uh, is um, we could learn from neighbor countries. Yeah. So actually, here we are talking about um, after we know several problem uh, that we already explained, uh, and also exist in our country so far, uh, we could give several recommendation actions that is good to be implemented. So the first one is learn from neighbor countries. So here we could learn from uh, maybe not our not our neighbor country like Singapore or Myanmar, but I think we could go to Switzerland. Uh, that is a country, anti-pollution country. Yeah. So here, in the Switzerland, they have air quality that already improved significantly over 25 years. Yeah. And also it's uh, the top list of European cities that fighting the air pollution. So it also mitigate climate change. Yeah. So yeah, we could learn from them, like how to decrease the pollution. And uh, yeah, of course we can reduce the climate change. And then the second one is implement better practice uh, on the regulation. So here uh, we can learn from our neighbor like Singapore, yeah, especially where the carbon law is implemented there. So what is carbon law? Carbon law is uh, actually the tax that imposed to the producers of carbon dioxide carbon dioxide in the environment. So the tax funds or the monies of the tax will later be used to finance companies to make uh, a better energy, or more efficient energy, and also to support the project to reduce the emissions. And then the last one is invest on innovation for agri-tech. So here we say that we have to change the ways of planting and agriculture. Yeah. Uh, as we used to know that agriculture takes so many water, and also it used to harm the soil. So with the innovation, of course, we could make a better ways of agricultural. And then yeah, we could save much more water than uh, we can drink much more. Thank you. That is our presentation for today from our group, home group 4. Thank you very much.